the uproarious news from the Korean entertainment world shook the global fan universe again. In the midst of the hustle and bustle of an industry that is always full of surprises and intrigues, a completely unexpected moment arises. Taehyung, a charismatic figure from BTS, is seen wearing a military uniform with a very striking look during a dinner with Jennie, the glamorous star of Blackpink. What exactly is the intention behind this controversial appearance? Why did these two K-pop icons choose a dinner moment that seemed ordinary but suddenly turned into an event full of symbolism and deep questions? These questions immediately struck a chord with fans and industry observers alike, keeping every eye on the slightest detail of their seemingly mundane yet enigmatic encounter. A flash of the moment that sparked thousands of speculations and conspiracy theories. The background of the evening's meeting looked like a scene directed with great precision. Taehyung, who often steals the show with his unique and innovative style of dress, stands in stark contrast to his presence dressed in a military uniform, an appearance that is almost like a political statement or a shocking personal manifesto. Meanwhile, Jennie appeared in a style that is no less charming, combining the luxury of fashion with a touch of elegance that always manages to captivate the hearts of music lovers. The combination of the two performances not only arouses curiosity, but also raises serious questions. Is this dinner moment the first step in the synergy between the two greatest musical powers in Asia, or could there be another behind-the-scenes agenda that has been hidden from the public spotlight? Along with the emergence of various speculations, many parties began to dig further into the background and context behind the appearance that night. According to some observers, there is a high probability that the choice of clothing and the moment of this meeting was deliberately arranged to create a visual shock capable of attracting the attention of the global media. In a fast-paced entertainment industry like K-pop, any moment can easily turn into a worldwide trend, and controversial looks like this are always a magnet for public opinion. A number of theories began to emerge on social media. Was Taehyung's military appearance a reflection of his desire to show a serious and mature side that is rarely presented on the entertainment stage? Or is it just part of an artistic experiment that he is designing to show a new dimension in his career? Meanwhile, Jennie's accompanying presence raises a big question mark regarding the professional as well as personal relationship between the two artists, especially considering the history of rivalry and collaboration that has occurred between BTS and Blackpink. All these questions seem to form a complex puzzle and invite admiration and excitement among fans. Despite all the controversy and excitement, the emotional reaction of fans is undoubtedly one of the most powerful indicators of the impact of this moment. On various social media platforms, thousands of comments have sprung up with expressions of surprise, bewilderment, and even deep admiration. Many of them raise the question, what is the meaning behind this appearance? Does Taehyung want to convey a special message to the fans, or is this a planned strategy? Meanwhile, some are speculating that this dinner moment is the beginning of an epic collaboration between two groups that have been considered rivals in the K-pop music world. Issues of professional relationships as well as alleged more personal chemistry began to be raised, adding a layer of mystery that made this news even more sensational. Many said that the appearance of Taehyung's military uniform could be a form of tribute to national values, which is in line with a new trend that is developing among South Korean idols. However, the big question remains, is this just a mere symbol or is there a deep meaning that will be revealed over time? In parsing all these possibilities, it is also worth tracing the history of collaboration and interaction between BTS and Blackpink, two giants of the K-pop industry who have been seen as having a very fanatical fan base. The relationship between these two groups is never out of the public spotlight, where any interaction or comment is often interpreted as signs of competition or synergy that is being established. Although there has been a perception that the two groups are in different realms, the dinner moment seemed to open a new page that hinted at the possibility of an unexpected collaboration. Various speculations began to emerge. Is this the initiation of a cross-group collaboration project that fans have long dreamed of? Or is this performance just a marketing stunt deliberately designed to shake the image of both groups and strengthen their position in the international market? Some observers consider that this step is a bold strategy, given the risk of controversy that may arise from a meeting loaded with symbolism and double messages. With all its uniqueness and courage, this moment is not only the subject of discussion among fans, but also opens up space for a broader discussion about the boundaries between personal branding and performing arts in the entertainment industry today. Over time, the information surrounding the moment of the shaking dinner continued to grow and spread rapidly. Unofficial sources began to appear with different versions of the story that contradict each other, adding spice to the already very thick controversy. Some claim that this meeting is actually part of a big plan to announce a joint project between BTS and Blackpink, which has been only a wishful thinking for fans. On the other hand, there are also those who interpret Taehyung's military appearance as a form of statement of support for national values in the midst of an increasingly complex globalization era. With various versions of the story circulating, the public is increasingly curious and impatient to wait for official confirmation from both sides. These mixed reactions reflect the enormous impact and potential of every strategic move taken by the top idols in the K-pop world. Is this just a purely visual gimmick, or is there a deep message to be conveyed to the fans? All these questions still leave a big question mark that continues to haunt people's minds. In such an intense whirlpool of speculation, the mass media began to carry out in-depth investigations to try to uncover the truth behind that night's meeting. Various eyewitnesses who were present at the scene, although their identities were kept secret, gave complimentary testimonies regarding the atmosphere full of tension and excitement. Some witnesses revealed that the atmosphere in the restaurant where the meeting took place felt very intimate, but also loaded with a mysterious aura, as if every movement and conversation had its own meaning. Taehyung's presence in a military uniform integrated with his unique personal style creates an impression that is difficult to ignore. Meanwhile, Jennie's graceful and charming appearance adds another dimension to the meeting, as if illustrating the duality between power and elegance. Amid the glare of cameras and the whispers of curious visitors, the moment seemed to be the embodiment of a work of contemporary art that harmoniously combines visual, symbolic, and emotional elements. Analysts also tried to interpret this as the culmination of the evolution of the image of idols, where they are no longer just entertainers, but also icons who are able to convey deep messages through every appearance. A prominent observer who has been in the K-pop world for a long time revealed that this kind of performance is not just about physical appearance alone, but also about how idols want to carve out a new narrative in their careers. Wearing a military uniform, Taehyung seems to want to convey the message that he is ready to face great challenges, both on the entertainment stage and in his personal life. This kind of statement immediately provoked a resonance among the fans, who were more and more convinced that behind the appearance lies a much deeper meaning. Not a few also expressed admiration for Taehyung's courage to explore a new identity that has been hidden, even at the risk of creating controversy. On the other hand, some critics question whether this move will actually have a negative impact on the image of the artist, who has always been known as a figure who is always eccentric and full of surprises. It is these questions that further fuel the heated debate, in which each side seeks to interpret the meaning behind such a bold action. Within the scope of interpersonal relationships among the artists, this moment also opened a gap for speculation regarding the dynamics of the professional and personal relationship between Taehyung and Jennie. For a long time, the world of entertainment has always been full of stories that blur the line between work and personal relationships, where every meeting could have meant much more than just a business affair. Many fans have begun to associate the dinner with the possibility of chemistry developing between the two idols, leading to speculation that they may be planning a more intense collaboration or even a more personal relationship. However, until now there has been no official statement confirming these allegations, so all interpretations are still in the realm of speculation. However, the fact that their meeting has generated such intense emotional reactions indicates that the entertainment world is always filled with surprises, where the line between professionalism and personality often becomes blurred and opens up space for unexpected interpretations.